everyone, it's Roberta. I received some happy mail from Kim Persinger, a friend of mine in ATC Facebook group, and I was just going to show you some of the stuff I got in the happy mail. It's a very large box, so it has a lot of goodies. I saved the duct tape that she wrapped it in, and I love this duct tape. I think it's cute, and I'll use it in a project. She gave me a lot of really cute cupcake papers, and those will be fun to work with. You can cut the ice cream cones out and use them on a little ATC or a card. They look so good. And then the kissy lips and these really fun cupcake papers. A card. She always sends a little card to say something sweet. I hope you can use and enjoy everything I sent you. Happy crafting, Kim. She sent me 3 different green washi tapes, which I never really use washi tape that much, but in the last 2 months I've been using more of it, so I really appreciate these. She sent me a book of fabric swatches, and I would assume this is for it says drapery, so it's for drapes, and lots of different pretty fabrics. It tells you what the color and the type and the group and everything, also what it's made of. And these would be really fun to work with. And I saw that at the CHA there's a new product that you can moisten your fabric with, and basically gives it the consistency and texture of paper. It makes it firm or stiff, and it stops it from fraying. So I would be able to buy that and moisten the fabric pieces, put it through the die cutter to cut out really interesting shapes, hand cut with scissors. She shows all kind of fun projects, including making fabric flowers herself, and even using it to create little quilts. So very interesting. This has 2 sides with probably 15 different types of fabrics. Really pretty. Some sheers and some solids. Love all the colors and textures and patterns. Those will be fun to work with. This is kind of like denim. And that was pretty. I like the little package it comes in too. That would be fun to make some kind of a journal. She sent me a couple of sheets of the, I know what it's called, I just can't even think of it, the foam sheets. So those would be fun. I could even die cut and make stamps, put them on a stamp pad or a cardboard block and use them to stamp with, because the foam holds ink fairly well to stamp with. She also sent me lots of pretty papers, some that are double-sided, some that are one-sided, but very pretty papers to work with. I love that one, like a snake skin. Oh, and I love the music one. That'll be fun to work with too. Excuse me. And this is like the snake skin one, only in the pinks. I like the butterfly. Check that out. It's got little bits of glitter. I don't know if it's actually a butterfly or a moth. It looks more like it's a moth, but it surely is pretty. And these are really thick papers. And the paint texture paper, that's so pretty. She also sent me some paint chips, which I love to work with paint chips. They're a lot of fun. You die cut with them, make cards, ATCs. Some pretty grocery bag paper that has some Christmas printing on it. And it's from Trader Joe's. Haven't been to a Trader Joe's in a long time. They got some really good food. And I like the ambiance of the store. It's nice. When I lived in California, I would go shopping at Trader Joe's every once in a while. And there is a package of stickers. Here it is. I was looking for how to open it so we could see them. I love the flowers there. I have a stamp that it's just like this flower. I don't know what kind of flower it is. Look at how fun these are. Coins. Dollars. I love little hearts. Gradient colors. I love the farm one. My goal is one day to buy about 100 acres of land, use the resources of the land, I love those owls, and build my own cabin, raise my own livestock, grow my own garden, and build a rocket mass heater to heat the place, so I'm not using a lot of wood or any electricity. I want to use solar energy. Oh, I love these, and with the little birds. Thank you, Kim. These are so lovely. And I hadn't seen dollar or coin stickers. Those are pretty awesome. This box has loads of goodies. And I asked her if she would send me the die cut waste, so when you get die cuts, and then the leftovers are what's called waste, and I like to use them as stencils. So she sent me some of those as well as with the die cuts in there. And these are cut out of boxes of product that she had at home. And this one seems to be from the El Monterey Mexican Grill. I guess it's taquitos, yeah. And I'm going to save the really pretty washi tape. I don't have any. It's this pretty color. It's real light orange. It's almost like a peach color. See what she has in here. She's like me, she reuses all of her packaging and then bags other stuff in there. Now this, even though this would be totally awesome for mixed media, use it on ATC, on a card, on a painting or whatever, this also make totally awesome stencil. Just daub your ink or your paint through there, and it would last a long time. So there's a whole bunch of different ones in here. I tried cutting some stuff out of the cardboard in my Big Kick, which is about 10 years old. Decided it was ready to retire. So at some point I need to get another die cutting machine. I do have a scan and cut, but the first time I used it, I didn't know that the blade was broken, and when I used it, it actually cut through the mat, and ever since then I've just been afraid to use it, but I really need to get over that fear. A bunch of tags to create things with, some measuring tape, some textured paper in here. See if I can get this open, we can look at it. I don't want to rip the bag. I see some pretty sparkly paper in there. Oh, it opens from this side. These things are so tricky sometimes. I got this yesterday and I just could not believe. Every time I'd pull something out, there'd be so much more still in there. It is nice and thick. I really like this one. That'll be fun when I paint it. Measuring tape. I love measuring tape. I use mine all the time. Some painted paper. I like to read the word sometimes. It's got this awesome word, parasol. We don't use those anymore. Those very feminine, girly umbrellas that girls used to walk around with to protect their skin from the sun. This is pretty. It's got sparkles and texture paste of letters on it. More sparkly. This has some drywall tape. It's been colored over, painted on. Ooh, look at that bright color there. Ooh as in awesome, not ooh as in ew. And that's got some awesome texture. And I love the rough cut, the distress cut. I have a paper trimmer that cuts this way. It's not meant to, but because the blade is old, it cuts like that, and I like it. Some more of that awesome paper. Die cut waste. I love this stuff. People think I'm weird, but this is great to use to stencil, or to even tear it up in pieces and put it on your mixed media stuff. And this is a corrugated tag right here. Isn't that gorgeous? A whole bunch of tags in there. Let me set this off to the side. And I'm not sure. I think this is file folder label things, but I will find a use for it. I like it. These are like those, like if you get an award, you get this little starburst thing. I'm not sure how people use it in their things other than putting a sentiment in there. Those are really pretty. Different sizes. And then the curved banners, so you could put a sentiment on there. A couple of butterflies cut from paint chip. This is gray. And some people, when they die cut, or they use their punches to get things, and they use a part of paper that has a piece missing, they're like, oh my goodness, it's no good, just throw it away. But, you know, when you're making a card, and you got like 3 or 4 butterflies on there, you can take a butterfly like this, glue it on the edge, which you'd normally do this kind of stuff anyway, and then you would just cut it off. That way you're not throwing it away and you're making use of it. I even intentionally do die cuts on the edge of paper, just to make sure I'm not wasting any paper, and I get die cuts of 3/4 of a heart or 1/4 of a heart, and I use them. And then for the ones that I do cut off, I find a place to put that other part that I cut off somewhere on that or on another project, so nothing gets wasted. Some fun stickers. And at first when I was seeing these, I thought, oh, well, she got this at the Dollar Tree and I haven't seen these. But no, what she did is she just repurposed her packaging. These are not die cuts from the Dollar Tree, obviously. This is stuff that she had and that she packaged for me in this. And look at this. I love this owl. Look at all the detail in there. It's so cute. I love owls. And glasses. And I believe these are elephants. Those fun glasses like Elton John. I love animal die cuts. There's not really that many. There's loads of hearts and butterflies and things like that, but not a whole lot of animals. I want some of possums and iguanas, because I raised a little baby possum, and I raised a bunch of iguanas, and I love critters. I love these elephants. Those are cute, and they're different. Nice. Very nice. And then these fun little label things that you put on your cards, or ATCs, or wherever. I like the color theme too. That would be fun to put a stamp in, pop it up on something. Let me put these away. And these are some little cut pieces of paper, different patterns. Not sure what. She's probably got something interesting hidden in between. There's no telling with Miss Kim. We have some more pretty papers. Double-sided with words. Oh, look at the horses. I love that paper. Oh, hibiscus. A bunch of die cuts of butterflies, metallics, glitter, just regular paper. There's probably some of the paint chip, and there's probably some of her wasted paper, maybe jelly prints. I can't tell with some of the papers there, but they're really pretty prints. And then we have stuff for making coffee. I love this little baggie of goodies. Us coffeeholics, coffee freaks, this is the kind of stuff we love. Little cup warmer protection thing. Keep your hand from getting burned with your hot cup of coffee. Die cuts of cups. And the bands. I think it goes this way. Haven't used these before, so not sure. And then this is the part that goes over the top. Awesomeness. Okay, I'm going to try to put some of this stuff in here. Interesting texture on the green paper there. Borders. An envelope of borders. Now, Kim and I were just going to do a basic swap, because what I had posted was for anybody in a couple of my groups that were interested, that I'd do a swap of 50 die cuts for 50 of their die cuts, because we all have different die cuts, and I need some to complete a journal I've been working on. And Kim was extremely generous and just sent me a whole bag of goodies, way more than what I had sent her. Sweet. Look at that. And it's cool that all those didn't come all the way out, because then you can add something. Make it interesting. These are cool. Even things like these can be stenciled, so you get the reverse of it. These are awesome. And some are in paper, some of them are in the, not cardboard per se, but packaging from like cereal boxes or El Monterey taquitos. And a white baggie. What do we have in here? I like this kind of stuff too. Her pretty painted papers and book pages that she's die cut from, and it's the waste part, but it's so much fun because you can make small die cuts, tear it up and use it to collage with, or even stencil. Like this would be cool just by itself on a card base, a stencil, and then you could paint in the rest of the flower however you'd like. Thank you. And then she gave me some papers with some sentiments on them. And a piece of corrugated paper as well. But there's some more sentiments and then some on craft brown color paper. And then the corrugated paper. This little baggie is full of all kinds of flowers and circle shapes. And some of the circles have holes, which that kind of reminds me of donuts. I got donuts on the brain. I drove past the bakery taking Mom to the doctor today. This one is stuff all cut out of either green paper or box die cuts of circles, diamonds, and different shapes like that. So those will be fun to embellish on an ATC or a card. Some more of the houses and the diamond cut. I'm not sure what you call that shape. And then embossed papers of all different kinds. Sweet. I don't have any of the ones that are in here. Some more of the flowers on regular paper, lined paper, book paper. This is handwritten paper, which I've done the same thing. I took some of my grandkids' old school books when I was homeschooling, and I used those pages for my excess paint, and then I use them to make die cuts and stuff. That one's really pretty. It's got sparkles on it. There's a set of these cards that I don't know if they're Project Life or whatever. They look like they're just words for kids. It's a matching card game cards, which those look like so much fun. Could even cut out Mr. Snowman, put something different in his hand, put him on a card, an ATC. Those would be fun to work with. A whole lot of different Christmas trees. I have a couple of Christmas tree dies, but I don't have any in this shape and style, so these are going to be fun. And these you can do in layers. You could put a solid one down, you could finish cutting this part off, put another one down, and keep doing so that you have layers. Some more flowers, circles, butterflies, hearts, feathers. I'm thinking they're feathers. They might be leaves. I'm not really sure. And then this one seems to be a mix-up of a lot of different things. Let's get in here. I don't want to pull it all out. Let me get a paper. This is really hard to pick anything up from. Emboss of a stamp. Postage. A little bear. Some more of that really pretty paper. Stamped image of a butterfly and text. This is pretty paper. There's borders, edging, intricate flowers, intricate border. All kind of fun goodies in here. Look at this pretty shiny paper, the metallic. I love purple, my favorite color. I see some copper sparkly stuff in here. Let's see what that is. It keeps hiding, going away. Oh, look at that. I love that. Smooth texture. It looks like it would feel really bumpy, gritty like glitter, but it's not. It's super smooth. Very pretty. I don't know what kind of paper that is. And this is cool. Look at this tiny little label with some copper embossing. It looks cool. It's a clock or a watch. Maybe a compass. Cool. I love it. Put these back. Now what I have to do with all these die cuts is sort them into scallop circles, scallop ovals, circles, hearts, butterflies, labels, tags, animals. Like I said, I don't have that many, so a lot of time animals go together unless it's birds. Birds go in a separate one because they're more common. This is some really pretty tissue paper that's got little dots of this brilliant blue glitter. It's so pretty. It would be very pretty for a background. And then kind of wrinkled up, and then put some Mod Podge over it, and then finish doing whatever else you wanted on it. That is very pretty. Some fabric of the trees. And there's something else. I didn't see this envelope when I was looking in here last night. I'm wondering what's got in the envelope. Ah, fabric scraps. Sweet. Awesome. Love it. Some more borders of, I don't know what you call the shape. It almost looks like the little banner that you put when someone's having a party. That's really pretty paper. It almost looks like bouquet with the way the lights, and it leaves that little white circle shape. It's real popular right now. A bunch of tags, different shapes, circles, hearts, labels. Love all that. Gonna have so much fun. Yesterday I was doing one that I got from Shelly Goodnight, and she gave me about 4 or 5 bags like this, and I had to sort through all. And she gave me stuff that's little teeny tiny, which is great for my inchies, twinchies, and ATCs. So a lot of these are nice and small that I can use for that as well. A lot of interesting things in here. I like that. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? It looks like it had been hand cut, but